and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I'm not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia, or that president will fail.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of $222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I have still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as president of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who wrote the speech, inauguration, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about our effort to bring a new regime. Then we're sitting down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me. Then you go there, I will tell you that nation, I will tell US, I will bring one for here. Because you think one for I'm Johnson, I will tell you open up, bring when you come to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices. Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries. But there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brenda Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and Armed Prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the special court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the special court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people sue us. The people lie to us. The government betray us.
And tonight it feels good. It feels.
The people who are so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said we tired with their lies, with their promises.
Oh yes, tonight it feels extremely.
We tired with that speech they preach in DNA unique.
You know how OK can behave at times, eh?
Straight house, so what?
That's exactly how this boat behave at times.
But
whatever the case is, it's good to be back here tonight on the Monday in the Republic of Liberia. You see a misbehavior again.
You use us and later on abuse us. So
they were that in your area, I think they're going to solve it tomorrow. But yes, after a hectic weekend, it's good to be back tonight. To interact with all of you joining us from your different locations tonight. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have you joining us tonight on Freedom Hard Talk. Yeah, we talk the hard issues like tonight we are going to do. Tonight we are going deep into the Monrovia Central Prison, where they call South Beach. We will speak with some inmates tonight from South Beach. Lives are being threatened, especially those inmates that are connected to the CDC. There are other inmates who are there for minor crimes or offenses. Their cases cannot start They cannot even talk to their lawyers.
People who are so
Some have been there for over 2-3 years and they have not even seen a lawyer. They have not spoken to a lawyer. They have not been. They have not appeared in court. Fellow say, I have not even seen a judge. I mean, I've not even heard of a judge. So now we are talking inside the Morovia Central Prison. Yes, we will speak with inmates in the Morovia. Some are not even inmates. They are pre-trial detainees.
indeed and not unique, they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why does you lie? Why?
And so the Supreme Court of Liberia has placed a halt stay order on the case involving former House Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonanti Kofa,
You screw us.
Representative Dixon W. Sibo, Abu Kamara,
The government you lie. Why?
Jacob Debbie, Eric Suse, Thomas Etlich, Amos Kofa,
The people lie to us. The government betray us.
and all of those connected.
They lie.
The Supreme Court is calling them, say, hey, y'all come here, let's hear the motion filed by the Defense Council.
The government betray us. So much.
What's in the motion? What the motion seeks to address?
The people who
We will look into what was filed, what was released by the court on today.
betray us. They get lies, they get steal, they go knock the
I'm not too sure we've had the opportunity to speak about this situation involving Austin,
I'm telling you, brother. So
a Liberian who was murdered in Ghana. The Ghana police
we're for
has released an initial statement
people tire, they tire. You see the reason why we are
summarizing the preliminary investigation.
no war for people crying for hunger. Look at.
And a lot, I saw that the Liberia Council of Churches met today with the officials
To show nothing.
at Cloud Hope Foundation.
The government should lie.
Just a lot to talk about. This whole thing about yellow machine thing and cost business, all of that, money to the 2 million, 4+ million internet for management and maintenance.
Betray us.
And there are questions being asked, and those questions seem to be important. We have to join all of you Liberians who are concerned about the manner in which
Government betray us.
the government intends to proceed. My name is Austin Kawa. Junkins Morris is here. This is the size and shape of the show. We are your drivers straight up to 10 o'clock. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia, Win Liberia,
That let us
and we are in partnership
tell you.
with Bukon Jide Group of Companies.
Be and not unique, they deceive us.
Very shortly, we take a break from our partners
So
and our main sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia.
why did you allow the citizens
We come
to
back.
see, we just
We will welcome all of you joining us tonight.
will tell you. Thank God.
And then we'll move into our firing mood.
Use us and later on abuse us. So why?
Stick and stay.
Why?
Don't go away.
Watch one now.
We'll be right back after these brief moments.
The people fool us. The people lie to us. My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars, you can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
Dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokonjide Group of Companies. Bokonjide, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governance Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Auto Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokonjide, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokonjide Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life, from residential to commercial projects. We craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokonjide is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation every step of the way. With our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay, you will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokonjide. Experience, unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokonjide Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 0886-622-599 or email Bokonjide Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokonjide Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New Day, do something.
Welcome back. This is Freedom FM 87.9, Freedom Heart Talk. I'm Junkies Morris. I'm here with Austin Kawa, and we are here today's edition. Austin Kawa already wrote out to you talking points, but we quickly want to recognize our followers, our many followers in Liberia and around the world. So we'll quickly go to our live stream. Mawata Belete is following us. Mailu Fofana also following. Philip Sinayon following. Saturday Zonwe Wuduwe is following. Venetia Giamba following. Sam Madavi Ganasing is following from Lofa Bridge, Gola Konen District, Cape Mount. J. Augustus G. Help following. Honorable Isaac Too is also following. Paul S. Jasper following us from Silver Spring, Maryland, USA. K. Randall Wole following. Agatha Glasgow following. Boima Ibrahim Kwe following. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. following. Grace Moe is also following from around the LDA office. Honorable J.D. Williams is following. Ambassador Wanton Buchu Morgan Jr. is following. Favor L. Morris also following. Chris Wole following. Anna Kekula following. William W. Wulu is also following from Carwell. Damostone is following. Boima Obento Kaidi following. Stephen Fowler Jr. following. Ben Cooper Jr. following. Jerrison B. Tokba is also following from Johnsonville. Ambassador Joy Ina Cooper, the second following. Aliyu Kamara is following. Henry T. Toe Jr. is following. Patrick Bauer following. And keep following us on Freedom Heart Talk, Freedom FM 87.9. Those were our many followers. We want to say thanks for following. Keep following. Share the live stream. Freedom Heart Talk, Freedom FM 87.9. Austin, how was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. That was yours.
Yeah, by His grace, we were guarded in making sure that we can reappear to do the people's work.
So our man Solo, Representative Solomon George, news of his death emerged on the weekend, and I know we crossed paths on many occasions. He was my friend, I should say. He was my friend, a very good friend, and it is sad that he's no more. You know, his death has sparked some controversies. I'm not the kind of person who love to get involved with controversies when
It comes
people
to
are
dead
sick,
body.
or when people died, or when people need help, assistance, when people are in need. I don't get involved with controversy. I don't pay attention to their odds. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, that's the kind of person I am. So, for me, I believe that nobody is supposed to die. I believe nobody is supposed to get sick. I believe that nobody is supposed to be in need. I believe that nobody is supposed to be hungry or go to bed hungry. I believe that human beings are supposed to live comfortable life, not one of struggle and all of that. But again, if you go back to biblical studies, you realize that even God, from the founding or the establishment of the world, from the day of creation, when you're sending men that he sent us down with a managed expectation. He said everything was not going to be rosy. Men are going to struggle and sweat to survive or earn a living. And then he gave us commandments to follow that may ease the tension if we want to live an easy or comfortable life. Well, these are all the different controversies associated with life. But we want to extend our sympathy, to the bereaved family. I say I'm told he died at age 70.
Yes, he celebrated his 70th birth anniversary on the 24th of January. So he
Wow.
died at age 70 years, 1 month, 3 days.
3 schools and 10
1 month, 3
biblical
days.
requirement. So he reaches
Yeah,
the
yeah.
biblical
Yeah, sure.
3 schools and 10. There are many of us who wish to reach our biblical requirement. Those of us who are Christians or believers, in Christ's commandments. So I don't know what the arrangements like. I know that, but how well did you know him? How close were you to him and all of that?
We were very close. I worked with him 3 years in your office. At the community level, we worked together. At the party level at the time, we worked together. he was like a father. I even serve as mobilization chairman of for the district, so we work together extensively.
Okay.
And he was a good guy. He should be a good guy. Yeah, he should be a good guy. But we say to the family, never mind. When you take solace, that's how it is. That's the way life is. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. But that's life. So say you take heart, Zori, Charlie, Kulu there in the States, all other family members, to you, Judy, you take heart. That's it. That's the will of God. And Austin, we hope to do, follow up as it relates the
funeral rites, right?
Yeah. All of those formalities, because today I was informed that they were at the funeral parlor, which is this Simon Striker funeral parlor, to carry out those related embalmment issues that will allow the body to stay until they are ready for his interment. So we'll keep following up. So we'll be updated as to how he will be laid to rest. He was a statesman.
Okay. I know, he will lie in state for a couple of hours. The normal protocol. Okay, so let's move on. We have to apologize to our audience because on last week we announced that we were going to pay $25,000 every Thursday before leaving the radio. Unfortunately, we could not pay last week, and so I hope you didn't get versed with us. So we'll pay this week Thursday. We are a lot of things. Wednesday is going to be very tight for me. And so it's maybe for the next 3 months. Yes, I will not be on the show on Wednesdays. And I announced that before. Yes, I announced that before. So Wednesdays I will not be on the show on Wednesdays because Wednesday I'll be free from 9 o'clock upward. Yeah, so my really tight activities end by 8 p.m. By 9 p.m. Sorry, by 9 p.m. So from 9 to 10, I'll be free. So maybe it's not that I can't 9 o'clock on the show. Yes. But when you finish running all around and everything, sit down some places for 3 hours, from 6 straight to 9 o'clock, you sit in one place, and then you're already tired. You say, oh man, let me just go home and rest. So that's what it is. So for the next 3 months, Wednesday will be difficult for me, except where maybe at times some instructors can say, man, today no school. Then that one I can't do the show, but as long as we have to do what we have to do. So Wednesdays are tight for me. You may not see me on many Wednesdays, but you see the ball from Plibo. Junkins Morris will be here, to drive you through on Wednesday. So that's what we're. So the cash giveaway. We'll start paying on Thursday, please. We apologize to all of you. There's some reason, but we will handle it. We will resolve it on Thursday. We'll start paying on Thursday. So we'll begin play on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Maurice, but certain question that you're not supposed to be asking here public. You're supposed to be asking certain question in my DM because you get access to my DM. I can't tell you why. I think I talk small already, sir. So you will play today, you play Tuesday, you play Wednesday, you play Thursday, and then at the end of the show on Thursday, we will announce a winner to walk away with $25,000 or more winners to walk away with $25,000. So Jenkins, and Jenkins will do the show on Wednesday. He will continue. Jenkins is getting familiar with the office. There's a whole office here. This small space is here. This is a space that can bring down president. This space has the capacity to make the president to make a president not to speak to you. This space is here. So this small space you see, it can cause president to keep speech from you. This space causes government officials, ministers, managing directors, ambassadors to keep speech from you. They build enemy because of this space. The things we say here. This space can cause your own friends, to avoid you in the public. When they see you, they are afraid. Especially the ones that are into public service. They get afraid to even identify with you. Some of your friends will be sitting here, you sitting on that side, and they sending you text. Mama, what's up? Mama, what's up? Mama, but what's up? And so we can do, yeah, but let's chat. That's how, that's the power of this space. It makes people and breaks people. It makes relationship or builds relationship. It sours relationship or breaks relationships. That's that's the strength or the power and influence of this platform. This platform makes you to know and interact with the movers and shakers of our body politics, our governance process. And it makes the movers and shakers to also be angry with you, and all of that. So it's good to have you all joining us. What is this issue there? Emma Glasgow issue. I don't know how well you follow it, but I think it's something. It's something to just maybe
the LCC have cleared her of any wrongdoing.
She do nothing.
Yeah. So I think where we are with Emma Glasgow, it has to do with once she been cleared now, based on the laws of our country. I think her rights should be restored. Which includes the president indefinite suspension.
No, that one, that's her job. That's the president's job.
No, but she was occupying a position that required tenure.
Yeah, but I'm not prerequisite or suspension. They don't have prerequisites. When you go, they investigate you, not give you come out of the job. There was no prerequisite. They tell you here. You see, some of our people are difficult to understand. And Jenkins, when we're talking about governance reform, our governance reform process of people did not do good for us. They didn't do good for us because, you see, you can't pass laws or embrace a practice or a custom that will undermine
the existence of the Constitution.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Yeah.
So in the process of saying, good governance, the start of our good governance process was to have reformed or amended the Constitution to reduce the powers of the president, the executive, reduce the powers of the legislature, or increase the powers of the legislature, reduce or increase the powers of the judiciary, or modify those powers in some cases.
So
when
that they corroborate with present day reality.
So they create that avenue for an interplay between the different statutory laws and things that we have here. But as we stand, there is a barricade, a wall built between statutory laws and the Constitution on certain issues. For example, the power of the president to appoint. There is a wall, a concrete wall between our statutory laws and the constitutional requirement of the president that gives the president the power to appoint. Until we can change that, we should stop putting in our statutory laws a tenure. Because when you give tenure job to somebody, you are usurping
usurping the president's authority constitutionally.
But we say, lawmakers, they go and make law. The president said one time that she was creating tenure jobs because she wanted to strengthen the independence of especially anti-graft institutions and other institutions that are playing that have money, play with money, lucrative institutions.
Yeah, the LACC.
Sure.
Yeah, PPCC.
Yeah, those anti-graft institutions, I think, give them increase
Placing,
their
above the
autonomy,
waters.
increase their autonomy to give them balls, a teeth to bite. But the president still appoints the head. The president has a power to suspend for time indefinite. Administrative action is administrative action.
Yeah.
So the president can take administrative action and suspend you for time indefinite, subject you to a political investigation that will last for 1 year, and appoints an acting that will still
So
be.
what's the essence of giving you a tenure?
When the tenure
When
is
you
not
are-
protected.
Yeah, it's not protected. You will be a two-flat bulldog. What's the essence?
And political power in this country is influential or stronger than constitutional constitutional or statutory powers and authorities. That's what happened to Liberia. The political power is is stronger, is influential, is authoritative than the constitutional powers and authorities in this country. That's why the courts are all working for Bwaga. That's why the legislators will dress the puppet to go into the president's office, leave that, abandon the capital building.
On session day. On session day.
Official working day, they will do that because the president, the political power given to the president is even stronger and influential and more respected than even the constitutional authorities given to lawmakers, and they do not even respect themselves anyway.
Forgetting to know they are the first branch of government.
So this whole thing about good governance thing, it didn't work. It didn't solve any problem. To a greater extent, it did not solve any problem. It just created institutions that are not independent. It created jobs because the more you break down, like the Ministry of Finance, now we're going back. Anything and merge the
Ministry of Planning,
along with the Ministry of Finance.
Economic Planning and Ministry of Finance.
Bwaga was vice president. He signed it though.
He signed it.
He's coming back. He said he wants to separate it. He needs he's establishing an economic commission. Planning
Commission.
A planning commission.
Economic Planning
Taking
Commission.
the economic planning again from the Ministry of Finance and establishing an independent commission. So we're just in circle,
In a vicious cycle
confused.
of not going anywhere.
Yes, like we don't know what
Just
we want.
stagnant.
You were vice president when this woman, your government, merged the two institutions. You coming by and say you are separating it again to form an economic planning commission. It was taken from the Ministry of Finance. So the whole thing about taxation, boom, commission. Economic planning merged with finance. Now the demerging them again to remove the finance. So what do we want? We don't know. These are all political actions to accommodate our friends, create jobs for our friends. That's all we're doing. So we're not engaging the good governance practice. Good governance practice requires the president to reject the presence of those lawmakers in yellow. That was working day. He should have rejected them, refused them. He should have told them that he was busy and they should go come back. They should go and work Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are official working days, session days, sitting days for those lawmakers
First branch of
who are
government.
supposed to be sitting down brainstorming on critical issues.
Yes. I wouldn't yellow machine who won in this country.
And even members of the executive, I must applaud them. Some of them, they were in their offices working. Members of the executive that were supposed to be
Most
wearing
of
yellow.
them were in
Most
their
of them were
offices
in their
working.
offices working,
Sure.
and they not even wear yellow to go to work. Those idiots sitting up Capitol Hill calling themselves representatives, they are the ones who went and wore yellow to go and celebrate or lick Bwaga feet. We want to blame Joe Bwaga about everything in this country anymore. I said it all the junkies. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm not going to blame Bwaga about everything in this country anymore. From all indications, our lawmakers, members of the judiciary have shown to us that they are allowing themselves to be used. What is telling you did not allow herself to be used?
And I'm twisted.
Why she didn't allow herself to be used or arm twisted? or remotely control, because she knows her values. She knows her worth. She knows what she stands for. She knows her ethics. She went to school and learned. So she did not allow herself to be influenced. Not even George Weah, who appointed her. Not even George Weah, who appointed her. He said lawmakers in the past are doing all that kind of thing. You know, again, that's what we are. So Emma case, it's just another thing. Cyrus has the job already. Good. Emma now can go do anything. She can go suck lamb according to Baga. Emma go suck lamb. You know, yeah. Anything you want to do, go do it.
I'll go hawk 400 vote.
Yeah. You sue the government. What will you get out of it? The government will not pay you. Or the government has the codes in her pocket. The government uses the code
to
against
intimidate
you.
People.
What will you do?
To go after perceived political opponents.
So Emma is not going anywhere. She's not going to court. Emma is not going to sue.
But Emma will have to be smart enough to just let that thing go.
I would not advise her to sue. Just let it be.
Sometimes you don't have to fight.
To be a man. Just let it be. Because nothing is going to come out of it. And they may even start targeting you. You know, except where you have your own arrangements behind the scene that we may not be aware of. But I wouldn't advise the code. Because mind you, the government can be fighting you openly and be settling you behind the scene.
Yeah, like they deal with Alosha Stalin.
Yeah. So don't trust them. So at least she doesn't have any criminal record. She can go and seek a job in the international community.
Sure.
She's qualified, extremely smart, you know.
Very proficient.
Yeah. So she's a
in terms of
workaholic.
Service delivery.
She's a workaholic. You know. So the other person about I don't know her personally, but they all know her personally. I own an issue. My own issue, I know her professionally, so I can speak to her professional conduct and behavior, you know. So she can go and work, she can apply for jobs, sit any public test, sit any interview, and get a job. That one, but I trust her very well. And and in terms of performance, she will perform on any job she's given, you know, anywhere in Liberia. Outside Liberia, she will work, she will perform because she's a workaholic. Okay, so that's what we are. So today you saw the Cloud Hope Foundation posted something. I shared in the chat room. I don't know whether you went there, but I share in the chat room. No, you're dying. You guys are dialing a regular code. The code is *255*700#. Those of you who want to win who are playing the jackpot, the $25,000, that's the jackpot code. So if you play different thing, you go to the regular. You must still be qualified to win. But to be qualified to win our $25,000 package on Thursday, you have to dial *255*700#. It's in the chat room. I put it there. Oh, no. Yeah, it's in that chat room. I put it in the chat room. So you have to dial *255*700#. And then you will get straight to our dashboard. Yes, you get straight to our dashboard. So the former first lady of Liberia, Cloud Hope Foundation, City of Hope Academy, thanks to the Liberia Council of Churches for visiting our facility in Margibi County. We had a fruitful meeting with Reverend Dr. Christo, General Secretary, Reverend Sanjay Stepter, First Vice President, and Reverend Melvin Kennedy, Good Governance Coordinator of the Council of Churches. We look forward to your support for our kids. Together, we will make the future for these underprivileged kids. And so, so the Council of Churches are going to visit them today. And on this thing, I think I saw you playing the video. So please get it. So let's get the narrative from Ghana an eyewitness. I'm told she's the wife of the person that Austin had gone to visit. But let's read what the Ghana police wrote first. Then we'll go to that video. So we'll get first. So it was on the 2nd of March, which is today, the 2nd, right? Which is today. So police investigate death of Liberian national at the Lashibi. 3 suspects arrested. The Accra Regional Police Command is investigating the circumstances leading to the death of 26-year-old Austin Tenji, following an incident that is at an apartment complex at the Lashibi near Samumono on Friday, 27 February 2026. Preliminary investigations indicate that the deceased had visited his brother at the said apartment in the company of his girlfriend. But was attacked and assaulted by some residents and the members of the public when the caretaker of the apartment raised an alarm that the deceased was a thief. A police patrol team responding to the address call arrived promptly at the scene. Arrived promptly? I arrived promptly already there. Anyway, it depends the time the call was made. Anyway, so
Maybe the time the call was made, that was the
Yeah.
time he promptly arrived.
So, and promptly at the scene, rescue the deceased. Oh yeah, someone arrived here. Sorry, there.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, so the police is saying something else, and that video is saying something else. So how the video is saying the police? Okay, let's be what the
Yeah,
police.
so let's conclude on it.
Rescue the deceased. Arrive promptly at the scene. Rescue the deceased and convey him to the Sakumono Community Hospital for emergency medical attention. He was referred to him. He was not there. He was not dead. He was, however, pronounced dead on arrival by the medical officer on duty. The body has since been deposited at the Lashibi Funeral Home for preservation and autopsy. 3 suspects, namely Vincent Adisiga, 38, Francis Amuzu, 44. Look at the people ages that are doing that kind of thing. And William Addison, 34, have been arrested and are currently in police custody, assisting with investigation. A 4th suspect, Ina Mensah, is currently at large, and efforts are underway to arrest him. The suspects will be put before the court today, Monday, 2nd March 2026. The Accra Regional Police Command cautions the public against taking the law into their own hands. Acts of mob justice or unlawful assault are criminal offenses and undermine due process. The command urges members of the public to report suspected criminals or criminal conduct to the police and allow lawful procedures to fake their cause. It's signed by Ms. Juliana Obenk. She's the head of public affairs, Accra region. So let's play that video. That's our witness.
I was like right here, and us was standing right next to me. The security man was just right here with the cutlass, standing right here, and he was shouting at us. And I was just telling us, I said, go a step, because I don't want them to fight. So I was telling him, I said, go a step, go a step. And he was like, no, why should I go a step? Like that. I didn't do anything. I said, no, go a step. And the man was talking in Twi and in English at the same time. So when I turned my back trying to push him to go, the man then pushed me aside and then grabbed us and brought him down and hit him. Get out. You come in somebody compound, you come there harass that wife. I'll beat you. He started saying a lot of things. Another guy was passing. He was painting. So he had paint all over everybody. The guy held him very tight, like that. So, oh, leave him. Why are you beating on him? And he tried to explain to the guy in true. So the lady that say she was assaulted, she also came. And I was trying to ask her, I'm like, what happened? And she was explaining. So I was telling her sorry. I said sorry. Let it be like that. And us was just standing right next to the place like this. And the guy moved his hands from the person that was holding him and rushed to us again and pushed him. Start to hit him, get out, leave the compound, leave the compound. And myself, I ran behind him. I'm like, stop hitting him. What happened? Let him be. Trying to talk to the guy to not hit him. He said, all he wants is us should leave the compound. So I didn't talk to us. I said, okay, leave the compound. Don't come inside. Do you get? Stay outside. Let me get the thing so we go. Like that. Right to between the tank. Let's just go there.
They put the tank.
So it was just right here. It was right here. And he told us to leave. So I didn't walk with us. I said us should go outside. So us went outside. Us was outside. The lady that assumed to be a sorter was right here. The security man was just right here. Like few minutes away. And I was talking to her and trying to calm her down. And us was trying to come back to talk to her. I said, no, don't come inside. You just stay outside. If I go away, don't come back in. And he listened to me. So he was walking away. He wasn't to the front of the gate. He walked in front. All of a sudden, the lady husband didn't fall. She gave the phone to the security man. I don't know what they say in tree. And the man filled up with speed. He was chasing us to the cutlass. So before I could leave from here to go there, I didn't know which direction they went to. So there was a girl upstairs that told me, so they were fighting him up there. They were like full because he was shouting, I don't know, Ebere or what. Something like thief. So that was how they drove him at the scene to where it happened. And they started to beat him. So before I could leave from here to go there, I just met him here place on the floor. And I called his friend who did the video, was talking first. I'm like, he's not a thief. Why are you beating him? He came to collect paper. And I also came along with him. He's not a thief. Can a thief? I had his bag with me. His laptop bag, his phone and everything. I'm like, can a thief be dressed like this? Can a thief have all of these things? He's not a thief. Oh, he's not a thief. I know, madam. We are not saying he's a thief. I said, but you say he's a thief. That's why people are hanging on you. No, he assaulted somebody, so we are taking him back to the compound. And I'm saying he's not leaving from here. And I was trying to call his friend, and another person came to me with a rock. They will smash my phone. If I don't leave that face, they will slap me. So there was a lot of things that happened. And then a motorcycle was passing, and they stopped the boy. And the boy stopped and came and asked. He spoke tree, they explained to him in tree. And then he came to me, madam, what's happening? I tried to explain to him. That was how the boss started their horn singing, their horn and calling few friends. When people came around, then later explained to the guy. But at that time, also already weak. Yes, because he was just fighting to get off the ground in Kunu. So a lady was there, said, oh, go and get water. And when I bought the sack of water, we were wasting it on him, but he was still weak. So somebody said, oh, you're taking him to the hospital. I ordered a ride, the ride canceled. So somebody else was there. A man was there. And then he was angry. Because after I explained to him what happened, he got angry. And then he called the police immediately. So the police came, we went to the hospital. Before we reached, us was dead. So they beat him until he didn't have strength to do anything again.
You finish. Our boyfriend's story, she explained that also. Imagine just call her, bring it, the guy explain that same story that her boyfriend was beating to death. Yeah, it's so calm, relaxed. Yeah, nothing super happens. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Junkies, I don't know what you think. Yeah.
I think on the diplomatic front, this is a serious matter. I will urge the government to probe into this and make sure that there is an outcome that will be pleasant in line with protecting citizens of Liberia. I want to say this to the government of Liberia. The confrontation between the U.S. and Iran saw about three to four officers of the U.S. military losing their lives. And because of those 3 persons, the United States have threatened a wide range of bombardment, sporadic bombardment, because of the death of 3 of the citizens. And there have been speeches, press releases, and press statements coming from different angles of the government, the federal government of the United States, indicating that their citizens, once an American citizen is killed, those responsible will be brought down, they will be hunted, and they will make sure that they are killed. Whether they are 10 persons, they are 1,000 persons, or 1 million, they will be killed once an American citizen life is taken. So on that basis, I'm just trying to draw that in to the case relating our dead brother there in Ghana. It is onus on the government to make sure that they intervene as swiftly as possible through all of the diplomatic channels that will see our brother who was killed by Ghanaians who we accommodate in Liberia, and they decided to kill our brother without allowing him to go through due process and using mob justice. It is good that the government step in quickly and bring this situation to a logical conclusion, where those that are culpable, those who were involved, accomplices, whether it was engineer by whoever, let them be brought to justice. Let our government make sure that those people, if need be for extradition, let it be done, so that our brother who lost his life, unfortunately, can rest on in peace, and at least his remains can be given dignity. That's how I see it from the angle of the government, since indeed there is an embassy in Ghana where we can channel these diplomatic grievances that unfolded between we and Ghanaians with the death of our brother.
But I like the way you said there is an embassy in Ghana. Yes, it is. But Junkies, you see, Liberia is a pathetic case. And every time some of us will have to just be frank with ourselves, our own self. I heard you mention America. I was smiling when you mentioned America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The distance between we and America is just from Maryland to Babodo County when you're walking, in terms of influence, authority, power, wealth. Yeah, somebody can say we are cheerleader. Even in Africa, we are cheer. In West Africa, Liberia is a cheerleader. I mean, or follower,
including protecting your citizens.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Jenkins, I have transited through Accra on multiple occasions. At the airport, you don't have to be told about the kind of people you are going to interact with in Ghana. Just at the airport. The moment you get at the airport, nobody will tell you. Except when you told the men Majabatena. But we get sense. Anybody will get common sense. The moment you land at the Kotoka airport and have your first interaction, because they are organized there. So your first interaction, I mean, there's a few good ones there, but if you have an interaction with 3 persons, 2 or 3 persons will show you arrogance or show you attitude, especially when your accent is different.
Yeah, from the accent.
Yeah, they'll show you attitude. So you just imagine, you start from the airport, you start imagining, you know that you're in a hostile terrain. You will know that place, Ghana, is not your land, it's not your home. Nobody has to tell you. The attitude will tell you that they play and I'm at home here. They create the space, the environment that makes you uncomfortable to be there. Look, to live in that place, you have to be that strong people can live in that place. Foreigners. I mean, no offense to the good ones. Because even the good ones, some of the good ones are aware that the people, the traditional, they are like that. And don't think somebody say, and the person say now she regretting it happy. I said, you know it. Go now, put secret camera and see what you see that man justifying.
Because you see the woman is sober.
He sees it as an achievement. He fought for his right. He protected his own.
Mm-hmm.
That entitlement, you can't erase it. That man will be that person, the husband to the wife who instigated the violence that led to the murdering of
who
Austin.
instructed the
that
mob.
Man feels happy where he is now, that he protected his wife, that he protected his entitlement. But I able to go, oh, I know she feeling bad now. I say, but I was telling you about Liberia. And this is not intended to denigrate our country. Do you know that the government of Liberia has not issued a statement? Have you seen one? I've not seen one.
No.
Somebody can correct me if you are listening. If you are listening, you can correct me. Because you may mention about the Americans, the statement from the Americans that if one American is killed.
That's why I said your multiple agencies from the government.
And not only the Americans, other African countries will tell you, you have to protect our citizens. Recently, I think the Kenyans asked the U.S. ambassador to leave to shut the embassy down and leave their capital. Yes, some will say, oh, they were being rude. No. But they know their values.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing about sovereignty is that you must know your value.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the countries in the world, the way the global community has been organized now, even at tiny values that you're getting, but you must know your value and stand for that value. When you know your value, you stand for it. Then you'll be able to upgrade or expand the value you have. Liberia is refusing. Our officials, we are intentionally refusing to know our value and own our values. That's why we are always treated as a child. Like a trash. How many days ago? The government of the Republic of Liberia has not issued a statement.
They still discussing yellow machine.
Thank you. I'm going. But they are running around. I read one of the newspapers here just now, the caption with the deputy minister, my good friend Daniel Sando, defend or justify or making clarity about the yellow machines. Those are the petty things that we pay detailed attention to. A Liberian is attacked, insulted, harassed, intimidated, and murdered. And the government of the Republic of Liberia has not until we came on the air, issued a statement. Has not. As if to say, nothing happened in Ghana involving a Liberian. Ghana is not the only case. This is not the first case in Ghana, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the case involving Ghana? I mean, Liberians living on the Buduburan camp?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What stance did we take? Liberians were attacked at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The shelters broken down.
Bulldozers moving on them.
As if to say there is no Ghanaian living here in this country illegally. Do you know how many Ghanaians illegally living in this country?
They all in rural bush.
We don't bother them. We make friends with them. We interact with them, riding motorbike in the taxi.
The money sent, the man, they doing illegal and illicit money.
Everything. that Liberians, the Liberianization policy protects for only Liberians. Ghanaians are yet doing those businesses. You don't see Liberians chasing foreigners. Hospitable people. You don't see Liberians chasing foreigners. Unlike where they are disrespected, then Liberians, you see them throwing toy, you know. But you can do this. I mean, we can be so irresponsible and reckless in our governance process. And this is a complete show of irresponsible leadership. That your citizen is murdered in a
cold blood.
denigrating form.
Yes.
A distasteful manner. Publicly, the Ghana police has issued a statement. They've launched in preliminary investigation. Our local police are not saying anything. I don't expect our local police to say anything because we have Interpol. Right? The fact that the Ghana police is saying something, yes. But what happens with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? What happens to the government of Liberia? Has the government even met? The government has not even called for camp amongst Liberians living in Ghana. Not considering that Liberians in Ghana could get angry and decide to go and mob. And there
Which could be
both ends.
much more destructive.
The government of Liberia has not even issued a statement in Liberia calling for calm in Liberia. Liberians in Liberia could get angry and decide to go after Ghanaians here.
They have not even called or summoned the ambassador or consular near
you want the
Monrovia.
government. You want the government. You want Liberians to act before you start condemning mob, because Liberians have the capacity in Liberia to go after Ghanaians. So they know what it is to go after to target foreigners. But because Liberians are peaceful people, and Ghana seems like Ghana looks like a brother nation to us, a sister nation to us, right? Yeah, you know, we go there, people go to school, we exchange study, everything. So we don't expect that in 2026 these things should still be happening. What happened in Ghana is not a Ghanaian, it's not a Ghanaian policy, it's not a policy of the government. They didn't act under the Ghanaian authority. That's why you see the Ghanaian authority is proactive with their investigation. Our government here is sitting here like a bobo lawmaker and saying nothing. You're a member of ECOWAS. Ghana is a member of ECOWAS. These are actions, but now maybe Edwin Snowden should be communicating already to ECOWAS or to the legislature and see what kind of intervention, because this is not the first time. Our country now supposed to be requesting an emergency meeting with ECOWAS ministers of foreign affairs. If not at least ECOWAS, Minister of Foreign Affairs, all of the 3 countries, the 2 countries in the ECOWAS head of stuff. ECOWAS has a mission in Liberia. Ghana has an embassy here. The government has not said anything about a meeting with the Liberian authority versus the Ghanaian authority in Liberia. Ghana has not even issued a regret. Read the Ghanaian statement. Yeah, I mean, read the Ghanaian statement.
Diplomatically, the government supposed to summon the ambassador.
Yes. That's what happened now. Someone the Ghanaian ambassador come and tell you what happened.
Then he will give you detail as to what's going on. Then
like
you take it from
happened.
that foundation. And you know,
See the Ghanaian police statement? I don't see anything here like an apology or expressing regret over the incident. Nothing in the statement from the police. So the police will say, okay, when I tell the Accra command, we'll get authority to speak for the Ghanaian government. As the Ghanaian government issue a statement apologizing or expressing regret and over the situation and saying sympathy, the statement of solace to your sisterly country for the incident, has the Ghanaian government done that? No. They turn the matter over to the Accra,
just a municipal or police force.
They say Sunsis handle that situation. a foreigner is killed by Ghanaians in Ghana, they say, Sunses handle it. Our Ministry of Foreign Affairs is quiet. The entire government is quiet. The Ghanaian government has not issued a statement to say anything, to say, sorry, Liberia, we apologize. We regret the incident. And then the police is investigating. Nothing has been said. And you think Ghanaians take you serious? They don't take you serious.
They take you as jokers.
Yes. Because that's how you show that's how you display your values. When Liberia sits to the table in an emergency cabinet meeting and makes a decision authorizing the Minister of Foreign Affairs to issue a strong water statement, calling on the Ghanaian government to intervene, to launch an investigation and ensure that those connected are prosecuted, Ghana will know that Liberia is on fear.
Yeah. The serious people running Liberia.
But the Ghanaians both say that Ghana has a mission here. They call it, Madam Ambassador, is anything okay? Our citizens safe in Liberia? Yeah, everything okay, no tension here.
No tension. In fact, the government said we get
the
time.
government even say anything.
The government that don't care, they won't know.
Then the Ghana ambassador is updating Accra. Yeah, as we speak, the country is calm. Ghanaians are safe. There has been no report of any threat against any Ghanaian. In fact, the government has not even said anything. The police has not said anything. Nobody said anything. No civil society group, no rights group in the country has said anything. Yes, so Liberia is calm. Nobody. The president said, "Are you serious?" Those Liberian boys, those are playful boys. They do not care about their citizens.
Yeah, they do not care about their citizens.
They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Diplomacy should be at its best, effectively working for all sides.
Why you show your weakness like that?
Your influence. They just released the. Let me tell you something. Liberia is at 134. This report will clearly tell you why Liberia is like this. The soft power index yes, released the 2026 report. It released I think on Saturday or Sunday. Is it soft power? The soft power index. So they country, you see the global soft power? So the global soft power is released by country. So the index is out, the 2026 index is out. This is what they're reporting. See the first 10 countries from 1 to 10. Obviously, America. Obviously. So for America, from number 1 to number 10, the UAE is at number 10. So the US is at 74.9%. So China, Japan, UK, Germany, France, those are the bigger countries. You go Liberia way to. Let me go in the 100 first. Liberia in the 100. Let me go in the 100. Okay, I can find Liberia in the 100. Okay, 134. San Marino then, Honduras then, not Messi.
Fiji Fiji.
Libya. Syria. Mali. Rwanda.
Honduras.
Yemen. Namibia. Guantanamo. Which one again? Moldova. Tajikistan.
North Macedonia.
Bangladesh.
Uniform countries like
Bangladesh,
North Macedonia,
Albania, Bolivia. Okay, I forgot about Albania for Liberia because I don't put it in the Liberia. People Mongolia.
Mongolia between China and Russia.
Mongolia, that even complete country cell. That even like
no, the between China and Russia.
That I said that complete country that complete country that island. Mongolia, Madagascar, another island.
Yeah,
Madagascar.
In the Indian Ocean.
Bosnia and Herzegovina,
that's from the Balkans.
Montenegro, Sierra Leone, continent all are in war. Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, Cambodia, Angola,
Bangladesh, oh.
Yeah, that continent all are where. Belarus, Kazakhstan, Cuba, Pakistan,
look at Leticia.
Azerbaijan.
Very tiny country, the Leticia.
Which one?
Lebanon,
Lebanon,
Israel launching there.
Armenia, Uzbekistan, you know,
Mauritius,
Venezuela, Venezuela, Iraq, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka. Oh, you Sri Lanka, Georgia, Panama. Yeah, Panama is
North Korea,
economically,
North Korea strong.
Malta, economically,
Colombia strong. Bulgaria strong.
El Salvador. So Liberia is at 30.4%. See there, I want telephone. So
137 place.
I'm referencing this for a reason. Because the soft power countries, these are what they look at. Exactly what we're having conversation about. Look at your familiarity.
Yeah, familiarity.
Look at your repetition.
Your influence.
So people in the world now already know our country. They're not familiar with our country already with Liberia.
Yeah.
Be still traveling. People ask you Liberia, where you are saying you call Joe Wiani or President Sadiq because she's the first president. Elected
first female elected president.
You not call the two people in some places say you call Eddie. Eddie is popular also Liberia amongst the intellectual class. So
but
anyway,
we are is both the intellectual class and that of
the common people.
The common people.
You can go to any airport in the world and say it's George Weah. They say, oh, okay. Liberia. But to use anything to identify Liberia, to get somebody familiar with Liberia, you have to meet people from the intellectual class who are familiar with public service and all diplomacy and things. And anyway, so they look at how familiar your people are with your country. That's the first thing they look at. Our country is not well known.
I was saying, you said it to me?
Look at repetition. Your repetition.
How positively
a nation is regarded.
Your nation is regarded. They want to happen in Ghana.
You sitting down.
It's about your repetition now.
You can say anything, and you expect people to respect you. Is that how positively your nation is regarded? How people regard you outside there, your peers countries.
Yeah, when you talk, your peers know that, yes, our colleagues have spoken.
And the last is your influence.
Yeah.
How much a nation is perceived to influence other nations. Liberia's ability or capacity to influence other nations.
Yeah. Can you talk to John Dramani Mahama to do the needful and the speedy and rapid actions are taken in line with your diplomatic interests?
In diplomacy, they call that spheres of influence. Your ability to convince Austin Junkie with a crowd with you.
Yeah.
I get capacity to convince you. My man, where I'm talking. My man. Who done that? My man, people here. Your ability to influence your peers.
Yeah.
So look at Liberia's capacity or ability to influence other countries. Sierra Leone. Can Liberia influence Sierra Leone in making strategic, economic, or political decisions? Can Liberia influence Ghana in making strategic, economic, or political decision? Can Liberia influence Guinea to shift her position on foreign issues, on foreign relations?
Yeah.
Can Liberia influence? They come and say Liberia just won't see that UN Security Council.
How many countries you want to influence of food
America want that
in your land?
America want that something for you now, so America protect it.
Yeah.
You don't go do campaigning in that.
No.
So
I think that handpick.
The ability to influence your colleagues, your peers.
Who are you all to tell them vote for you?
And
they go vote for you to be member of the UN.
But they just want lots of seats.
Yeah. They just lots of seats at AU. They just lots of seats.
Why you go to AU Security Council?
AU Security Council.
Nobody takes you serious.
So also you see the contradiction. You want Security Council, no permanency at the UN, but come on AU in your own house. You speaking to the people there, you go outside.
Who you going to convince?
Who you go convince? Who you go?
So it's a disgrace to our country.
Country.
And look, I say this: Liberia has people respect Liberia, but we don't know because I'm talking about value.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know our value. We don't know. The moment we start to identify and accept our values, we will be a voice, an influential voice in the international community. You see, the Turkish. You know, Turkey is supplying the majority of Europe. We'll go and say what? How many gold Turkey is taking from your country? Yeah, be money there. Look at the chain. Our log, our gold, our iron ore.
Mm-hmm. Even
I don't want to mention diamond. People depending on you for survival.
Mm-hmm.
They need you because because of your natural resources. Use it to make yourself influential in the community of nations.
Yeah.
And you sit down and have your hands folded between your legs and everybody pacing on you. You go borrow yellow machine or refurbish yellow machines you bring in the country and you start running all around. You say you're not a chief. You finish achieving now. Running all around, say you're not a chief.
Mm-hmm.
This is a disaster we find ourselves in. So the Ghana situation is serious. Some of us will take it serious, but our government is not going to do anything. The Ghanaian embassy, you talk about Ghana embassy, we get embassy in Ghana. You go to Ghana to the Ghanaians and you begging them, and you expect that they are going to respect you? No. The Ghanaians will not respect you because you don't respect yourself. They pay your salary. You don't want to go to account to your own money to go eat. You want big Ghanaian for beans. You want to get so used to their traditional food to the extent you are able to cook palm butter in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to cook or cassava
because you want to be seen as somebody that can eat dog.
Yes. So you go there and get adjusted to their culture. When the Ghanaians come here, they import everything from Ghana. The beans they eat, the tomato, the chicken soup, they import.
Not because of you, they come and change the diet.
Go to this David Ghana Domasha. The people go and they eat all the things that seasoning. They import everything from Ghana, made in Ghana. They bring them here because they don't want to lose their identity.
Mm-hmm.
Food, taste can lead you into losing your identity. If you don't know, already in a people country already, you're getting adjusted to their mother tongue. You sounding like them already. Mm-hmm. You're eating their food. After 3-4 years, you've lost your identity.
Yeah.
You come back like Liberia, you speak.
Yeah.
Your code is what kind of Ghana man? So
yeah.
Ghanaian comes here and spend 10, 15, 20 years. They don't lose their tongue. They sound the same way. They go back Ghana. Ghanaians embrace them. Yeah, our brother is back.
Mm-hmm.
But our brother, Ghanaian will not go back. My man, what's up?
No. Man, what's popping, man? What's going on? No. Charlie.
Yes.
I want to be this now.
They will spend 30 years and all their
life. Charlie will still be there.
All the Ghanaians that taught me, let me say Ghanaians because all the Ghanaians that taught me.
Yes.
These many people you've been knowing for over 20 years now. You still see them around speaking and sounding the same way.
Yeah, myself, when I was in high school, my chemistry instructor, the physics instructor, they still speak the
same way.
That Ghanaian accent, they still speak the same way.
I saw my math instructor last week, Mr. Ampofo. I saw Mr. Ampofo is
he still sounding the same way.
The main tongue has not changed. I'm like, what? Like,
Liberia, we different duo.
Boko Ghana is spent one week there, come back.
Liberia adopted.
So all these things, and people don't know how. They don't know. You see language. You see food. Dress code. These things are unique to your
identify
sovereignty.
you.
And we ignore these things and we're talking about sovereignty and sovereignty and sovereignty. So, no, sovereignty, who are you?
Who are you? You there?
When
You
a Ghana
want?
may appear here at an international conference, you don't have to ask who are you. You see his dress code. You see her dress code. You will know that person is from Ghana. When a Kenyan is African, if you are familiar with your African politics and all of that history, you don't have to ask questions. But for the Ghanaians, you don't even need to be educated to see a Ghanaian and identify him or her. Your food, your clothing, your accent. Those are the first, in the news when they say the first editor is the reporter. And the reporter is also an ambassador of the newsroom. So when you go out there, when you step out there, when you talk, you represent your country. That's the power of your sovereignty. When you speak, your tongue.
That Liberian.
Yes. But would you say, oh, Liberia is a sovereign nation.
Even the
It's a
Sierra
sovereign
Leoneans.
nation. Yes.
The Sierra
The
Leoneans.
Nigerians. Sovereignty is, we need to generously understand it and protect it. But we don't. We don't. Even the Americans, they come and because of tourism issue, they'll try to speak or sound like us, but it's temporary. When they leave that scene and go back,
It's
they
erased.
go and say, yes. But man, when you lose your accent, you've lost your identity. You've undermined your sovereignty. Your accent is your identity. That's your identity. You carry it anywhere to represent your country. You carry it anywhere to represent your country. Probably George should have lost his identity, his accent.
Because of his long stay
And when you say
in those places.
and when you say that, say one of the main reasons why people always where do you come from? At the time you were they're coming up because he didn't change his tone. So when he speaks, people ask Liberia. You go to the map or reference, maybe Chastity there, all the kind of oh good. So you are using bad person, quote unquote, to clarify to his codis what is Liberia.
Yeah, to locate
and
him.
he was using his skill and talents
To
change the
boom it.
narrative.
Yeah, to change the
about
narrative.
Liberia, the
Yeah.
concept of Liberia.
Yeah.
So he didn't change his tongue.
So it was like, oh,
We have got
where
desire
this
to
bad
tell
guy
you-
is from,
Yes.
there where these good guys come
So we have decided to speak Siri all his life or change his tone. But he speaks the French, the Italian, he speaks them very good. But you don't hear him do no. He is a Liberian. That identity. Look, that's your sovereignty, your mouth, your appearance, the food you eat. But you go, you spend 1 year somewhere, you finish forgetting about how to even cook palm butter again. You don't know how to cook palm butter. You come back Liberia, they give you palm butter, you vex. You want to eat jollof rice. See how we disgrace our country. Actual Speed comes to Liberia with forming the tourism authority. And then we take a food that is not part of our traditional food, we give it to somebody from somebody who comes from America.
On a tourist.
Yeah, on a tourist trip. They is on a tour of Africa to experience Africa. Jollof rice is not Liberia. He's on a tour. So the game to okay, I love jollof. So let me see how Liberian jollof tastes. Hey, my man, yeah, we first give you palm butter or cassava leaf.
Yeah, okay,
or
tobo
soup,
soy.
or thank you. Peanut butter tobogi.
Okay, so now dry fish pepper
Thank
soup.
you. When you go to your hotel, we prepare jollof, you go eat your jollof there.
Mhm.
But this is our identity. We have to sell it. Then you go take jollof, you give it to the man on camera. When you not hear Liberia win jollof competition,
Well, how possible? How will you win?
you can convince that man taste for jollof. You cannot convince him. His taste is made, is stock. He smells jollof. He knows jollof. He eats it regularly. You can't convince him. You can't. It's just saying you want food. Oh, my way. I think we season.
Yeah.
You can't convince him with jollof. Get that man tteokbokki or pan butter or the real oil soup from Grand Cape Market or the tteokbokki with the beans inside and then from that one from Lofa here. Give it to him or better about tteokbokki. Let me eat solo and go back. His stomach rolling in water and say, yeah, I'm from Africa. I'm from Liberia.
At least the reason I went there to see strange things, I've experienced strange things. But you carry Jordan ready to man every day they see Jordan ready. So what is the reason why the man can't?
So Liberia is a dead bear to other countries. That we the want some of us helping to make Liberia look at a serious country.
Peace so good dead bear.
Because we can look in the faces of our government officials and tell them
the truth. They can be very cutting on speech.
A country that's serious place. This country is supposed to be a serious place. To have good people that got sense, that got sound minds. One lawmaker told me the other day, what we're going to do with our bill, man, go introduce. A lawmaker introduced a bill.
They say, what we got to do? Order you?
Yes.
Order the country?
That is requiring the country to reserve at least 1% of all your gold deposits in the country that are all
around the world.
Not deposit, but all the golds are extracted
in the central banks of nations.
Say 1% of your gold.
To protect your currency.
You tell me, I said, no, not 1%, 15% of our gold should be reserved.
Yes.
Then he said, 25%. Then the bill also say CBL should be the first preference to buy. So all your money go in the country. Before you go buy, before you go sell your gold, you should ask CBL. CBL will
CBL, what the quantity you need?
You get the quantity of gold. This is the value. You won't buy CBL, say you will buy 30%. You get money for all. Then you can go sell.
Yeah, before you can go sell something.
Now what the law that Bill proposed to the legislature is seeking to do.
Comparative advantage in export.
Not just that. Our goal, we take our gold from this country and carry outside the country to go and process before determining the value. The quantity and then the value. The bill is stating, hey, everybody money go in the country, we must process our gold right. We'll process it here. They will know the quantity. They will can value it. They will carry it go sell. So be money coming by and doing a self-declaration and telling you no self-declaration. We'll process it right.
We'll process it, yeah. So we already know what is the final product.
That's why ArcelorMittal, every day I tell people I respect ArcelorMittal for that. ArcelorMittal came here, the government did not beat her back. She went and built a processor. But that, you see the law because in Germany where you see they go in visit Metasti. But that you go there, all your iron ore before the debt is at it, Mittal will ship it all over your country. Carry it with the debt. Then they go, they wash it or they process it. Then the real quantity now, they say, okay, this is the quantity. If they come out and self-declare. When they make profit, they pay corporate tax. When they make profit, they pay corporate tax.
Or not declaring.
So it was easier for Mittal to say, won't be bad. We'll go and process the iron ore and then we'll come here and we'll honor declare. How you will trace it? You can't trace it.
No.
So Mittal say, because we want to be transparent, let's build the processor here in Liberia that the Liberian government can be able to monitor what is extracted, what is processed, then they will know what is exported from their country. But that will be going with our iron ore, they be here calculating their profit. I think we should do to everybody extracting in this country. They seem to be the log, those man failing our laws. Now they're making it a bill to be bill to our bill. When the thing is about Liberia, that serious country, yeah?
Also, are they not aware that there should be gold reserves
No, they're
in
aware.
our banks?
They're aware, but they don't want it coming from
They,
bill.
they don't want it coming from Bill.
It should come from
They
Prince too.
expected that it should come from Prince too, or they expected that it should come from Presidio Cooper.
When Prince will go rare bill when you finish when you wear yellow to go tell Baga take for yellow machine.
When
Yeah, when you go wear yellow, finish wearing yellow before you go tell Baga take you.
Modbar, small Modbar from District 3. When you finish wearing yellow, when I saw him, I just felt you're in AGM for a mayor. I said, "Oh, that honorable here."
Our lawmaker
Yeah,
go
our
escort yellow
reducing
machine
themselves
for
to cheering
Joseph
squads. Reducing themselves to cheering squad. Our lawmakers reducing themselves to cheering squad.
That take us our
It's unfortunate, but well,
So
we
the
have
court-
we
so
had
the-
our say.
So the Ason case, right? The Ason case thing, the
Yeah, as it relates
folks.
the relocation of the case. I think it is routine. It is a normal routine.
I think it's normal routine.
The issue of cases being transferred from a particular jurisdiction to
Yeah, let me see. This is so. But it says, "May it please your honor, Fonati Kofa, or in reference to Fonati Kofa, Sibo, blah 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 blah, petitioner versus Roosevelt Wady, resident judge, resident circuit judge, first judicial circuit criminal court A." For Maserado, first respondent by and through the Ministry of Justice in the city of Monrovia. Second respondent by directive of His Honor Yusuf D. Kaba, Associate Justice presiding in chambers. You are hereby cited to a conference with His Honor on Thursday, March 5, 2026 at the hour of 2 p.m. in connection with the above captioned case. Meanwhile, you are ordered to stay all further proceedings and or actions in the matter pending the outcome of the conference. Kind regards, very true the years. Councilor Sam Mowolu, Clerk, Supreme Court of Liberia. So basically, the judge moved to act on the motion from the prosecutors to disband the jury, the jury panel, and the judge acted to disband the jury panel, and they took an appeal to the Supreme Court. The defendants believe that the case, the action of the judge is going to cause major unnecessary interruption, and it's not going to project the spirit of fairness in the case, and that it's going to honor their right to independent investigation or trial. And so they want the Supreme Court to halt the action of the judge to disband the jury. Because recently the government announced that they are going to the court to impound a new jury, and all of that were there as jury, and I go say we're not doing it because you're asking.
we'll bring.
You're asking her a question, and we'll bring your own view. So how you be prosecutor, then you will determine who the juror is. Yeah? You are the prosecutor. Then you say you want to determine who the juror is.
Because you don't want tough
what kind of
jurors.
question the juror asks you? So they say, no, you cancel all the jurors and you're telling from here, bring new people. So tomorrow they bring on new people. They start asking critical questions against to the defendants. The defendant will go and say, no, we don't want the people, you change them. It doesn't make sense. So they argue on the basis of fairness. That was not fair to the defendants. Because the defendants did not choose or decide the jurors. It was a state that decided the jurors, that set up the jurors. or the jury panel, and the whole jury regime is managed by the Ministry of Justice. The very prosecutor.
Through the Solicitor General.
Yeah. So they manage. I mean, the country is a mess.
The whole country just looking funny. They have
you managing the jurors, all the jurors, you manage them because they are under the Solicitor General office. You manage them. They are under the Solicitor General's office. You manage them. They were vetted and everything by the courts. Under the scene at the courts, under their authority. They see people you selected and you say no. Asking to hard questions. So we're not wanting. So the question is, who is going to select the new jurors and who is going to manage them? The same Ministry of Justice, because
so when they are not satisfied, then they disband them.
Disband them again. They go on new ones. That nonsense will be on. Let's take our calls here. 0776 104 104
086 500 104.
Those are the numbers to call to join the show tonight. My name is Austin Kawa.
And
Junkies Morris is here together. We are at the halfway mark. Not halfway mark, but we are close. Yeah, the finishing.
Yeah.
We are at the finishing line of the match. 10 minutes to go. We can take many calls. On the issues we spoke about here. Your government is still quiet in the matter involving a Liberian, Austin, who was brutally murdered in Ghana. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has said nothing. The Liberian government, through Mika, has said nothing. The government is quiet, silent, saying nothing. The Ghanaian government has not even said sorry for the loss of Austin. They have only provided an update about the investigation or preliminary investigation that took place by the Accra Police Command. Even the Ghana government has not said sorry. We also had a conversation about the Capital Building Azon case. The government said, oh, the jurors we see that there, we don't want it again because they're asking hard question. We want new jurors. And Kufana said, no, that you see that the people, we got no issue with them. Let's go into the case. I thought that the defense is supposed to be saying, no, we don't want the people. But anyway, that's the case. They see that the referees and they say, we don't want the referee.
And the referee insisting that they shouldn't use the captain that they got. They want to use different captain.
Let's take calls.
We will take this first caller on line one. Your name is calling us from where?
Calling for District 13,
yeah, go ahead.
Austin and Joey Morgan, even. You know the issue that if we have zero, well, not that citizen, anything that happens to the citizen out of the country, is more equal. But the government are in power today, you don't get that for the citizen. So while it isn't happening, you don't hear no comment for the government, sir. Now, it was terror, but now the Ghanaian government is shaking.
Wow. Hello? Okay, we lost that caller. This caller online too.
Hello?
Yeah, your name and you joining us from?
My name is Maaso Mimeni. I call you from Mikey Mikante. I think Johnson Warren and Dallas here. At the station. I read about the show. And we was in Ghana, we saw the Ghanaians were made Kawa. The people don't love Liberians. They hate Liberians, even the source they were one of their own. The people don't like Liberians. But to my surprise, I saw them around the bunker end. They were so plenty there, and money, gold, and all that stuff there. But I don't want to talk about it because it's very, very brilliant. Around 2012, again, they killed one lady and raped her. About 5 to 6 guys, Ghanaians killed one Liberian girl, raped her. Can you imagine? I mean, when the government already takes them, don't hear from them, really. Because it's very brilliant, man. I was sitting here. It is serving me.
Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you there and go back to line one.
Hey, how you doing? Jockey?
The general.
Hello.
Yeah, the general, welcome.
Thank you. Let me tell you something also. So Austin, our brother that is Ghana, just not to look for all of it. And I didn't see nothing that Ghanaian did when the African who played there in Ghana. You remember the story, Junkie Morris?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see nothing they go play there in Ghana when they beat Ghanaian, they put kick at return. There was no problem. But when they put one to go play there in Ghana and they put beat them, they set up the put in the bushes. And they were cutting the Ivorian people. Killing them, but one of them beat them in Ghana.
Yeah.
They was disgraceful.
I was in Ivory Coast at the time. They even sang song against them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they sang song for it. What you said about the get together? We not to get people go to door and have the door.
Yeah, sure.
That's all I think. I can take it well.
On se laisse voir.
And the city they get to avoid in Ghana when they were happy. When they came back, they said nobody will go free in Africa. They started getting it. That's how you Ghanaian, they will go after you. They were beating and getting there. The person will go say I will get off, they will be free. So they put living in our portrait. Nobody is getting there. They hear our budget, they hear our benefit down, they do all kind of things. Putting by our children. And nobody said they 50 also to give our country. So see one Ghanaian man goes to somebody you give your girlfriend or your wife. You take for the government and they put it and say, oh yeah, what the budget was wrong. You see what happened in our country? That work out for you, nothing will come out of the kids. Oh, you can't now trust me. Read my lips, I'm telling you. That work out. But they say wicked, they evil and work out. That's what happened. Let's see the evil. Let's do wicked. Work out to talk about it. When they get started, it will be for Liberia. You want to tell us about it. Tell us you happy. Oh yeah, anything for us. I want Liberia people. You don't hear anything for the government side or to the embassy. So say what here NYC, but when America are doing. When they say America they're telling them, they're threatening them. Say when you hear anything from them, also will go after the people still at here. The prayer park is start going. Thank you.
Thank you, General.
Thomas,
Okay.
Thomas, go ahead. Thomas, lovely.
Yeah, we'll leave you and go to this caller.
Hello?
How are you? Your name and where are you joining us from?
I'm Fanny K calling from Piama.
Austin Junkies, Freedom Have Talk.
You know, we are facing in Labrador, we live here. Nothing the president want to do for anything bad happening. He got done nothing for only the billionaire and Sonny happy because they care for them. It didn't happen to in Ghana. The president was able to.
Hello?
Let's talk, Thomas.
Let's talk to Thomas Sabu.
Thomas, keep dropping.
Okay. This caller on line 5.
Yeah. Good evening.
Where are you calling up from?
From Grand Pastor County.
Your name?
I'm
standing SK Domini.
The Moe.
I'm not Pastor.
Oh, that mita sticker you done there. Let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. You see, this government is not a responsible government. Any responsible government will be careful their citizens. But look at up to now, they kill your citizens in different countries, Ghana. And then up to now, you are not making a statement. Then what kind of government you are now?
Yeah, what kind of foreign relations do we have?
You say again to rescue us on everyone and every Liberian related to Georgia. Because after Georgia, anybody that allied with Georgia, then that person will not be careful from the United Party government. That's what is happening. The Ghanaians, even here, they don't respect anybody. Even the Liberians, they don't even respect the Liberians in their own country. Why are we keeping them here? Thank you.
Thomas Sabo, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Austin, Junkie, for the presentation.
Go ahead, Thomas.
You see, this government is on a time bomb, and if care is not taken, if this thing escalates, it will be very late for Liberia. One, look at the Arson case. Where on earth, a single country that the justice ministry that appointed a jury panel will come and say, we're not satisfied with them. Then you think the second group of people you will bring, you think they will not get that mindset that, oh, when we not thought something in the people feel will change or do. So, meaning the whole case, the government want the case to play in their favor. And not only that, you wouldn't get people go to court to test the law and for the law for the Supreme Court to interpret the law. Who is right, who is wrong, the Supreme Court tell you, but Joseph Waga, you have a illiterate chief justice already. So everything the government say is a partisan chief justice. Where in a country, Austin and joking? Where in a country you appoint chief justice, then you go out and you talk in your country?
They may go do what?
They may go out thank you talk in Nima. The moment you are appointed, you go visit all the time in Nima. Say thank you. I appointed a chief justice. That Nima can they make you chief justice? What kind of nonsense is that, Austin? And people can sit and say Liberia normal. From the day Joe Biden became president, and now the country get that calamity are falling over this country. And Mr. Thank you, I know Mr. God is not making new land, already damaged the entire country. And if care is not taken, if we are finished, let's look at Senator Bill, Travel Bill. Darius, they don't know be in our house, they will not support that bill. And if that bill is denied, I give you 1 year, Darius, they don't reintroduce that bill. they don't. Oh, you can look at the dual citizenship. They don't criticize that bill, criticize it. They don't. It's chief crab mentality chief. One is not coming from him. It means nothing. And they don't will influence that bill. When I be past 2 years apart, 1 year apart, they don't can't say the hour the time bill that we brought here. It was not timely. It is timely now. So you see all that. This country on a time bomb. If you wake up on some money, anywhere you see land vacant, go and claim it because God is not making new land or thing and junkie. Thank you for it.
Thank you. We have to go. We got somebody. Let's take one more call and then we
can call it a day. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Austin and Junkies now, AB. Austin, I think
Yo, hello.
The last
I
call.
want to talk about violence.
So we can squeeze in this
More
call.
violence.
No, man, we have to.
My people, where you at? Wake up from the slumber. Stop slipping.
No, Tues is not on our Bible. We have to go. Don't even on Tues. Our time has ended.
Yeah, our time has ended. Not Tues.
So, folks, this day we'll try our best to leave exactly 10 o'clock. Maybe a few minutes after 10. So we only have 1 hour 45 minutes to talk here every day. Within 15 minutes, we give you the chance to talk. Thanks to all of you for following. Thanks for watching. My name is Austin. Junkins Morris was here. Together we shall be back. Together we shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. What is happening?
So it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow?